So what's up, squad? It's your girl Tiff G. Yet again, you're like, why are you so frustrated? So anyways, I got some kind of bad news, but good news in a way. It's kind of weird. So yesterday, my family and I got up at literally 6 o'clock in the morning to go to a church. That basically they give you non-perishable foods. They give you clothes. You know, they have toys. The whole nine. They really do go above and beyond the calling of a regular congregation. Anyway, that's not the point. So I'm halfway over there, right? For those of you who are not familiar with Las Vegas, I don't expect you to know what street is Rancho, but for those of you who watch my videos and who know Las Vegas and who visited here or who live here, you guys very well know that Rancho is towards Decatur and, you know, heading out that way. So I was basically right by the Savers when I got ahead of a tow truck to what I thought was to avoid being stopped, but I ended up getting stopped. I had to pull over into a gas station, which at that point I wasn't going to park in the handicap because I knew if I had done that it would have just gotten substantially a lot worse. So anyways, long story short, yes honey? Go. Okay, thank you. So anyways, so when I pulled over, the cop pulled literally right behind me, so even if I had tried to move, he wouldn't have been able to. And I guess the very first thing that he did was run my plates. And I guess it was kind of one of those stupid me type moments. You know, I should not have put the license plate from my truck because, as everybody's aware, I used to have a massive truck. And so I had to, not that I had to, but the truck needed a lot of repairs. It needed to get air done. It had an axle that needed to get fixed. I had to do the oil change. So that was going to be at least about $400 to $500. Which now looking at it, I wish I had kept it and I wish I had done those repairs. And so I explained to the officer, I'm like, look, dude. And I guess when you feel comfortable with somebody, you just kind of talk like their family, you know, and maybe that was my fault. Maybe that was not respectful. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it's just what happened. So I was like, you know what? I've been trying for the past 3 months to get the paper that I need to go to the DMV to fully and legally, Emma, he's going up the stairs with the mop or whatever you call that. And, so in the end, I was like, I have been trying for over 3 months to get the, you know, papers for the DMV. This guy keeps on refusing every attempt that I've made and physically gone. He ends up basically not giving it to me. And he ends up just having me sign more paperwork for what? And I was like, you know what, dude? And then honestly, I got so angry at the end that I went to the dealership. I went back the very final last time and I told him that I wanted my vehicle back, that I was no longer interested in purchasing this car, and he just further screwed me over by having me be stuck to this van, etc., etc., etc. And so I told the cop this, and this guy, I really feel like God sent him my way, because it could have been a different cop. It could have been a racist cop, one that has tendency to be incredibly violent, and you know, he didn't. He was the most compassionate, loving police officer out, you know, that I had ever met, apart from the retired lieutenant that I know that works for the LVMPD. And so that was just really, it was a jaw-dropping moment. And then, you know, at the end we were there like, oh shoot. He basically, no, don't be going in my stuff, Isabella. Give it to your brother. And at the end of the day, he was like, you know what? Oh, I know. That's why I told her not to. And at the end, he was like, you know, I'm going to let you go with the warning this time, but make sure you go to the DMV and you get what you need to do done. Because even if you just have the permission to use the vehicle, at least you're... Okay, so while you're drinking it, go get a drink from Emma. And He's like, even if you just have the permission to use the car, that's a lot better than driving without anything. I'm like, dude, I know. I'm like, I totally get what you're saying. I've been trying to do the honorable thing, but these dummies over there, they're young and they're stupid and they don't know how to really sell a car, and it's a private dealer. And I was like, is there any freaking way that I can just get my truck back? I'm so past the BS type of a thing. And this officer basically said I would have to go to claims court, da 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 da. And he gave me a paper to be able to contact the court system and to get that rolling. And also, prior to that, I had also gone to an attorney's office and sought legal counsel because that's how pissed off I was. Say hi, Zeke. Say hi to the fans.
Hi, fans. Hello.
Say hi. Hi. Anyways,
Just go back.
Go ahead and put it away. And so, so long story short, you guys, or should I say fam, I got stopped by the LVMPD yesterday, and it was nothing short of amazing because the officer was like, I'm not going to give you a ticket as long as you do the honorable thing and at least try to go get a permission to use the vehicle, and then after the fact, still try to go and get that paper. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying, but they're stupid. They don't know what they're doing. I'm so frustrated to the point that I just want my damn truck back. I'm like, man, at this point, I'd really rather just fix the damn truck and be done with the damn nightmare already. But, they stuck the van to me. Like I told the officer, I'm like, they stuck it to me, dude. I have to continue making these payments. Just like the attorney said, there's no getting out of not paying. You have to do it so you don't look bad in the court of law. You know what I mean? Which I'm like, I assume that responsibility. I totally get that. But what I don't understand is why they're acting childish, why, they're giving me all these legal problems, etc. Yes, honey? Yeah, I am in a minute when it cools off. And, oh, good look. And so this officer basically in the end of everything, he ended up saying that he's not going to give myself and my husband a ticket. He says, but for future references, that I shouldn't be dumb to put another vehicle license plate on whatever vehicle I'm currently driving because they could draw you at gunpoint. And he was explaining to me we could have arrested you guys for fictitious plates, and not just myself but my husband, and then we would have had DHS called. It would have just been a royal nightmare basically. And I was like, yeah, I appreciate it, dude, and I'm just so over the edge frustrated with these morons from this dealer. So if you ever move to Las Vegas, if you're truly one of my loyal fans, you belong to the fam, I highly recommend that you do not go get Emma. Go get Emma. I recommend that you don't go to Choice Automotives, and I certainly recommend you don't go to any side private dealer, even if you are struggling, even if you have crappy credit. It's a pain to fix it, but I'd rather you fix it and take a couple years to do so than to rush and screw yourself over. Trust me, learn from my experience. Because it's been one of a lifetime. It's really taken me for a ride of my life. Something that I acted under stress, and I wish I hadn't, because they could have drawn the gun on the two of us. By the grace of God, this officer didn't draw the gun on us. He walked up to my window. I'm like, what's up? I was like, here's my driver's license. He asked at that time for my husband's as well, which technically he wasn't even supposed to do that. But I'm like, just to show you that we're honorable people, we'll go ahead and just give it to you. And so we did, and eventually he was like, you know what, I'm not even going to give you guys a ticket. I'm going to just give you guys a warning. Just go get your stuff done, and you should be all right. And I'm like, dude, I've been asking for over 3 months now, for these stupid darn papers just to go register the damn car, and they don't want to give it to me. It's an orange slip, from my understanding, because at the end of everything, so after we got pulled over in the morning, we came home, relaxed for a little while, then went to the DMV, and basically wasted our entire life there, or what felt like a good half of it. And we ended up getting a moving permit, and basically, we got the permit at the end of the day, and the lady's like, you still got to go and try to get it. If they don't, just bring this back and we'll register the car like this. I'm like, all right, but regardless of the fact, I have been a Las Vegas critic for both theatric movies, the local music scene here in Las Vegas, and now I'm doing it for the restaurants and any other venue that I visit. And I've been doing it for over 32 years. So when you asked me, I wasn't very happy with the business that they conducted with me. So therefore, I gave them a bad review. And it is what it is. And so now I gotta just find my way back over there by Wednesday and try to pick up that DMV orange slip. If not, then I'll just go have to use the one that I got. And the lady at the DMV basically said that we would have late fees even though it's only been a couple of months. But it's just been a royal nightmare, you guys. Legally, it's been a nightmare. And so I hope if it's one thing that you take away from this vlog, it is that you don't ever, under any circumstance, put another vehicle's license plates on your personal car, because they can and they will have you at gunpoint. And if not, they will take you to jail for it. We are so blessed that I didn't end up getting arrested. And especially for something so innocent and so stupid. You acted out of stress and impulse, you know what I mean? So don't take it for granted. Please follow the law. And make sure you always, always, always put your seatbelt on, because especially here in Las Vegas, we are literally getting everybody from California. And unfortunately, we inherited some really not good drivers. So with all that being said, I love you, fam. Thank you for your loyalty and being a part of the squad. And that was my ordeal. I will be uploading another vlog momentarily after I have some breakfast, because I am expecting my little butterball soon and I am not feeling good. And so I'll be doing that in a moment's time. And I just love you guys just for simply wanting to be involved with my life and my family and so on and so forth. And by the way, you guys, when my other son is born, I'm trying to find another person who won't be grossed out during my laboring process, because it is an operation, unfortunately. So you have to be able to have the stomach to stomach it. And I'm trying to get it videographed so you guys can be a part of the birthing process and I can post it up on YouTube. And it should be really an experience of a lifetime, because this is the first time that I have ever gone public during labor. So I have the 3 other kids and I have never ever attempted this, so it should really be a treat, you guys. But anyways, I love you, fam. I hope you guys have a splendid Sunday and an even better and safer week. Please always be vigilant, because you don't ever know what's going to happen. If I were you, I'd walk around with mace and whatever kind of weapon you can get, but don't make it obvious that you have it. Don't be dumb, okay? You gotta be responsible and be smart about it. But anyways, fam, I love you guys. I'm gonna go munch on my breakfast, and I will see you guys later. Peace.